And a very good morning to everyone. Today is the next episode and a premium new episode on our podcast. So let me introduce myself. My name is Pavitra and I've been invited guest to our show, and after that I will let you know the interesting topic we're gonna talk on the podcast. So first of all, we like talk about is environmental protection in managing the environmental waste, which is for the terms we call is e-waste. So we have three of our guests to talk and debate or like a small conversation with us. So let us them introduce themselves.
So my name is
My name is Rafael.
my name is Stefan.
And already say that. So now our conversation is about e-waste. So what is e-waste? So e-waste is like electronic waste that discarded the television, home appliance, other electronical waste that not properly thrown, and it creates impact towards our environmental, like it releases cadmium, mercury because of we did not dispose the discarded electronic wastes. This is why it's very bad, because it causes like we throwing them into the land, soil, and it take the time towards take time, and it will be leak towards the water, and it contaminate the groundwater water in our secret areas, and by that it will create bad impact to the human health, of course, and also the aquatic or ecosystems, because the lead mercury is not good for the health of everyone. And why the effective e-waste management is important, because it protects our environment, like a recycling, like we promoting recycling, because like in this like we're using more, so while we increasing the e-waste to recycle, we can use the inside the parts, right? If you have phone, inside that you got the copper and aluminum, it's not a big metal thing, right? So we can take the parts and we can recycle it, and we can reuse it by we do another phone, or we can use to other electric appliance. That's why we need to promote the recycling method. And second is we can say the awareness program. So like we promoting like recycled products, like they will come and recycle, like we can say like repair them and reuse it them, like retailers or whatever sources they can be recycled, we can recycle it, and it can create a public awareness. And also we can do a programs which is talk more on what we gone through in our Malaysia. Especially in Malaysia, we have a lot of e-waste that disposed. So it create awareness. Okay, we need to dispose properly, and then we do the campaign. So basically, it's very important to say. So I thought that I do a brief on this. So now we do a little discussion this time. So do you have any question, guys, for the thing that I asked you?
I have a question actually. What is electronic waste really harmful to the environment?
Because it's a toxic material, which I already said that which is releasing lead mercury and cadmium, which is not good for the ecosystem and human health. If we think that it will create a big impact towards our lives. Yeah, that's a reason. So any other?
Just now you mentioned about the effective way.
Mm-hmm.
Can you mention what effective way Malaysia can manage this?
So first of all, we don't have any awareness. So first, awareness on recycling the products. we just bought and throwing right the things. So I especially need promoting the recycling program to e-waste things, like collect that, create a booths to collect that and dispose in a good manner. Like these things allocating them properly, and yeah, that's my opinion on that. So, Osman, you have any?
Well, I have a question for you. So my question is, how can the public help to reduce electronic waste in Malaysia?
As this question is same related with Deva also. So first of all, the public need to reduce the thing they use to, like, don't they just simply throw them first, to repair them first and reuse it. Or if they cannot, if they have a major problem on the appliance, they can give to a proper center, like a proper e-waste collecting center to them, take the toxic materials and dispose the needed part to dispose lah. So that's a thing. That's a thing we need to do right now.
It's like
It's from, especially the moderator give the points. Actually, it's a good one. A good starter for this. I'll start for elaboration. Public awareness and participation are essential for the success of any electronic waste management strategy in Malaysia. Without public involvement, even the most advanced recycling system cannot function effectively. Therefore, several strategies can be implemented to encourage greater awareness and participation among public. So I have 4 strategies here to propose. First strategy will be a nationwide educational campaign. The government and environmental organization should use social media, television and community programs to educate citizens about the environmental and health risks of improper e-waste disposal. By increasing public knowledge, maybe individuals will be more likely to adopt responsible recycling practices. Okay. Second strategy will be school and university engagement programs. Educational institutions can play an important role by integrating e-waste awareness into environmental education. Schools and universities may organize workshops, seminars, and recycling competitions to encourage students to practice sustainable waste management. Alright. We go to third strategy, which is organizing community e-waste collection events. Local authorities can provide designated collection days or events at community centers where residents can safely dispose of unwanted electronic devices. This approach makes recycling more convenient and accessible for public. And for the last strategy, for my opinion, would be introduction of incentive and reward programs. The government and private companies can provide vouchers, discounts or reward points to individuals who return old electronic devices for recycling. Incentive can motivate people to participate actively in responsible for e-waste management. As for that, increasing public awareness, encouraging active participation, which are the key steps toward building a more sustainable and effective e-waste management system in Malaysia. So, alright, that's all the strategy as for my opinion. So, is there any question that you guys want to ask? Maybe?
Yes, Rafael, I have a question for you. So my question is, why is public awareness important in electronic waste management in our country, Malaysia?
Surely it is important because it can help people to understand the environmental and health risks associated with improper e-waste disposal. When individuals are informed about these impacts, which is the waste, e-waste, they're more likely to practice responsible recycling and support sustainable waste management initiatives. Is that answer? Thank you. You too?
I have a question about your strategy. That was a good explanation from your overall part. And I have a question about you just now mentioned about the educational institution contribution. Can you explain how can educational institution contribute to improving e-waste management?
Yeah, good question. Educational institutions can contribute by integrating e-waste awareness into environmental education programs. Schools and universities can organize workshops, seminars, and recycling competitions to educate students and encourage them to adopt this kind of what we call this idea, this concept, in order to sustain, to adopt sustainable waste management practices. Okay,
It's a good explanation.
yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
So you quite a lot do a good research on that. So I have a question on what is the purpose that you the purpose of initiative and reward programs in recycling.
Okay. That's was the question. This is from our moderator. The purpose of incentive and reward programs is to motivate the public to participate actively in any e-waste recycling programs or event. So by offering rewards such as vouchers, discounts or points, individuals are encouraged to return the old electronic from their homes, like old computers or TV, the square one, the big one, for proper recycling instead of disposing them out of nowhere on the side, on the road, without any proper dispose. Yeah, place.
Like you like to say that if they give something, you need to reward them with something that useful and benefit to the
Yeah, in exchange.
Because it will motivate the people to do the recycling thing. Because they will get reward.
Yeah, yeah. Good debate.
And now, thank you, Raphael, for your talk on the public awareness that create me a good aura on the part. And now we need to move to another part which is related to economical, like something physiology. But I don't know about that, so we just ask the person to think more about that. So Deva is going to be doing that.
So hi everyone, my part is about how managing e-waste in Malaysia is economically and technologically possible. So as we know, e-waste like old phones, laptops, TVs actually contains valuable materials like copper, aluminium, gold, silver. Because even small amount of gold and silver we can recycle them. Instead of throwing them away, we can recycle these materials because this saves money on buying new metals or new materials, and also recycling companies can even make money from the recycling part. So managing e-waste also create jobs. People can work in collecting, transporting, repairing, recycling electronics. So this can increase job opportunities in Malaysia. For example, like small business can fix old gadgets and sell them at lower price. So people can come and buy the lower price materials, which helps them both the environment and the economy. We also have the technology to do this. Machines can sort and recover metals from old electronic efficiently. For example, like apps, website can help people to find e-waste bitcoins or collecting coins. Scheduled pickups, making recycling easy for everyone. So, for example, we can install a poster and put a scan QR barcode. So people can scan and they can make an appointment how to recycle the things. So recycling e-waste is not just good for the environment, it also profitable and double the today's technological innovation. So that's all from my part. If there's any question, you may ask.
I do have a question. It is a nice elaboration for you, but may I know how much can Malaysia profit from recycling e-waste?
Just now I mentioned about Malaysia can recover valuable materials like copper, gold, aluminium from e-waste because estimated shows that just 1 ton of old electronics can contain up to 10,000 USD of metals. If scaled nationwide, this could generate millions in revenue while reducing the cost of importing raw materials. So this can reduce the cost, right? So from importing the new materials. So they just can recycle, Malaysia can just recycle their own electronic devices.
Oh, that's quite a lot of money.
Yeah, they can still profit from this.
You can give reason different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Malaysia need to take some initiative to do recycling.
So, so how long will it take for Malaysia to see the economic benefit from this?
Yeah, that's a good question. Because if Malaysia implemented properly, Malaysia can start seeing the benefit within like 1 to 2 years. We just need to be more focused and need to do more initiative in this recycling because collection, sorting and refurbishment can generate income immediately, while large-scale recycling operation and metal recovery may take slightly longer to reach the full profit.
Yes, yes.
So within like 1 to 2 years, Malaysia can see the profit.
So for the last question, I need to ask you about, can you explain how the e-waste recycling like help in the environmental while being economically flexible with that?
Okay, recycling reduces the need for mining new metals. As we know, if we need to new mining can cause hazardous material.
Yeah.
It can impact the environment. So it can lower the greenhouse gas emission and prevent hazardous material from polluting the environment. So at the same time, selling the recovered metals and refurbishment electronics create a sustainable source of revenue. So recycling, basically it will reduce the mining process. So when we reduce the mining process, it can prevent the environmental pollution such as air pollution, water pollution, health factors, human health factors. We can prevent. So we need to take more serious this recycling part.
Understand that. It's very good and it's very informative to people who are listening to the video. And for the next part, we are going to talk about the regulations, the part of our regulation that in Malaysia. So we already done 2 of them, and now we move to Mr. Osman. Okay, Osman. So we have discussed about the environmental protection and public awareness, but realistically, without a strong regulation, can any of these strategies actually work in this part?
Okay, honestly no. So without a strong policy, everything else will become optional. So and when something is optional, it really work at this scale. So currently Malaysia generated about 364 kilotons of e-waste in 2019. So and the number keep increasingly every year. So yet our current legal framework under the EQA, Environmental Quality Act 74 and also the Schedule West regulation to 2005 mainly focus on this industrial e-waste. So, and then for household e-waste, which come from billions of consumers, is still not fully governed under what we call comprehensive system. So this is not a small issue. So this is a structural weakness in our national strategy.
Understand that?
So what is the first reform you will prioritize?
So in my opinion is I choose mandatory extended producer responsibility. So no, it is assistation. Yes. So producer must be legally responsible for collecting and recycling their product at the end of their life cycle. So countries that implemented strong EPR system, the one that I said before, will achieve collection rate above 50% for certain electronics. So compare that to voluntary program that often remain below 20%. So if companies are responsible for the waste they create, they will redesign product or redesign product to last longer, reduce hazardous material, and improve recyclability. This will get the behavior.
Oh, okay. But won't industries push back because of higher cost?
So in short term, yes, they may be resistant. So, but let us look at the bigger picture. So, like demonstrated before about the economy. So, the global e-waste recycling industry is valued at over $50 billion annually. So that value come from recovering material like gold, copper, and also the red element, right?
Yeah.
So this is not just environmental responsibility; it is an economic opportunity. If Malaysia strengthen regulation, we can formalize this recycling sector, create green jobs, and reduce dependence on raw material imports.
So, Usman, so the enforcement has been weakness in the many sectors, right? So, how do you prevent the corruption or illegal operation in e-waste management things?
So I believe policy and regulation are the backbone of this entire strategy. So there are recent cases that highlight enforcement weaknesses and even allegation of corruption. So the MACC, Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, has been probing misconduct and abuse of power involving senior official at the Department of Enforcement, DPA. So in the environment direction. So this one is related to waste, related to e-waste enforcement. So bank account bill this company has been freezed. So and the investigation focused on why enforcement against illegal waste disposal was not taken earlier. So these cases show that without clear rules and transparent enforcement, some illegal operators can avoid accountability, which this can damage public trust and also undermine environmental protection. So we actually cannot rely on manual monitoring alone. So we need a centralized digital tracking system like we discussed in the economic part. So collection point to certify recycling facility. So this data will create accountability. And Also, the penalty must be strict enough to act as real deterrent, not just warning to them. So, let me ask you, Deba, from an environmental standpoint, so what happens when illegal e-waste processing continue unchecked?
So it's a good question. Maybe it can lead to soil contamination, water pollution, and toxic exposure to communities. It can impact the environment, overall environment.
Exactly. So that is why enforcement is not just administrative. So it is about protecting the public health. So, and my next question will be go to Rafael, give your opinion. So, if retailers are legally required to implement back system, so how would that affect public participation in our country, Malaysia?
Yeah, it's quite a tough question from me, Osman. I think it will increase participation significantly because convenience I think plays a huge role. I think, yeah.
Oh, okay, alright.
Okay, ayo. Yeah.
Thank you, Rafael, for the answer. So that the one is correct. So study that show convenient collection system can increase recycling participation by up to 30%. That is why that is the power of such a policy. So to conclude my part, strong regulation is not about control of the state of control. So it is about accountability, economic, resilience, environmental protection, and long-term national sustainability. So without mandatory producer responsibility, nationwide take-back system, digital tracking, and strict enforcement, Malaysia will continue reacting to the problem instead of solving it. So policy is not just supporting element, it is the foundation. That's all for me.
So, thank you, Osman, for your elaboration on the legal procedures. The thing that you do is researchers is very good. Like we have a proper thing to understand what is going on in Malaysia. So, thank you for your three of them. Because three of them are one of them talk about the public awareness of the education sector, and one of them talk about the economical side, the impacts, the good and bad impacts majorly, and another one is the legal procedure, which is very important why we need proper e-waste management in our country, in Malaysia especially. So the conclusion that I listen to three of them, what is that proper e-waste management can reduce pollution and can conserve the natural resources and also protect the environment from the harmful things, and these things we can give a better future for people coming around people to Malaysia, that this is the best thing we can make a sources that we can build them to a capable environment and a good living things that you can have in now and afterwards. So I hope the podcast video is interesting and very knowledgeable, that people are watching this, so they will be knowledgeable for learning something new in the podcast. So thank you for watching, and thank you for the guests to do a better explanation on the proper e-waste. And thank you guys, and see you in the next video, podcast video. Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.